Hey guys, so I have my iPad here and I'm getting ready to, oh gosh, let me get situated. Okay, so I am going to talk about what constitutes an optimal raw food diet. And there's lots of different people who have different opinions on this, but I'm just going to give you my take. And simply what I think is primarily all fruits. And the people that are fruit phobes out there, I really don't get their thinking, because we are physiologically frugivores. We're made for it. We digest it. It gives us everything. Fruit is everything to human beings. And the people that stray away from fruit, I just don't get it. They've been told misinformation and they are not living in truth. That being said, I think that there has to be soft, tender, leafy greens in a raw food diet, of course. I don't really agree with fruitarianism unless it was 500 years ago when the soil was just sparking with minerals and energy. And then maybe you could pull that off. But I know for a fact that the soils are too depleted right now in this day and age to not eat leafy greens. I mean, they're also balancers. You know, we got a lot of these hybrid fruits going on, and they can kind of make you Looney Tunes if you don't balance with the leafy greens. And so yeah, soft, tender leafy greens, romaine, spinach, butterleaf lettuce, iceberg. I've been really into iceberg lettuce lately. And for everyone who says that there's no nutrition in iceberg lettuce, you gotta be kidding me. It has nutrition, and I'm really enjoying that right now. But things like kale, I'm weary about that. Yes, it's full of nutrients, but it's just really hard to digest. And the cruciferous family of vegetables in general, cauliflower, broccoli, kale, they're high in nutrients, but they're also high in cellulose. So they're just really hard to digest, and it's very hard for humans to digest that much cellulose. So I really don't think that we are made to digest the cruciferous family, and if it's not cooked. But so a lot of times people in the raw food community say that raw veggies are equally as easy to digest as cooked veggies, and I just think that that's not true. Cooked veggies are broken down, and the cellulose is easier to digest in the body. But, this is a big but here. Cooking also makes them toxic to our bodies, okay? So cooking releases carcinogenic chemicals, like an example is acrylamides. And so cooking is not an option if you want the highest level of health, in my opinion. Now let's talk about nuts and seeds. I think that these are definitely needed in a raw food diet, but in moderation. And I only am thinking of and speaking of nuts and seeds that have been soaked and sprouted. I think that that's definitely necessary. If you don't understand why that's necessary, I have an older video on it, but you can also just Google it and look into that. It's pretty talked about and well known in the raw food community, so I'm sure you've heard people have talked about that before. But I think that in moderation, they are needed. And I don't think that you should be eating a bag of Brazil nuts, you know, or anything like that. I think that they have a place in a raw food diet, but it's not the bulk of it by any means. And I don't really think that they're the optimal food, because again, the optimal food is fruit, second is leafy greens. So nuts and seeds, I think that they're needed, but you just gotta know how to do it. I mean, and like Dan McDonald and Lou Corona, like they culturize them and eat enzymes, and maybe that's the way to go. I really don't know. I think that the jury's still out with that, but that's how they tweak the nuts and seeds to make them more easily digestible, because they're not really the most easily digestible things in the world. They can also be acidic, and if you're not getting high quality, truly raw, fresh nuts and seeds, then that makes the situation even worse. We've got like these bins at Whole Foods full of nuts and seeds that are, you know, who knows how old, and some of the fats can be rancid, and it's just not the best. So sourcing the freshest and organic raw nuts and seeds is obviously necessary. And yeah, so that is what I think. I eat a lot of fruit. I eat a lot of salads. Lately, I've been lowering my fat. I feel better than ever. And that's what I think. I think a low-fat raw vegan diet is just the way to go. I take a B12 spray supplement maybe once a week, twice a week. I try to get selenium from Brazil nuts, zinc from pumpkin seeds in moderation. And I eat a salad every day with probably 2 to 3 heads of lettuce. If they're huge heads, then 2 heads. If they're small, 3 or 4 maybe, because they're all different. And I eat a delicious, beautiful dressing every night. And I just love the raw food diet. I love the way it makes me feel. And it's cleared my skin. I mean, come on, you guys. If you knew me back in the day, I had some crazy skin. And, you know, healing my body, detoxifying, getting my lymph system moving, my kidneys filtering, that is what has healed me. And that is why I do these videos where I clamor on about raw foods, because come on, what else are we going to focus on in this life other than health and exercise and moving the body and detoxifying and, you know, getting vitamin D and getting fresh air? I mean, what else is there to talk about that is any more important than that, other than God and spirituality and family and such, which are all spokes on my personal wheel of health and happiness. So yeah, that is my video for today. Check out my Etsy. Everything is buy 2 items, get 1 free. And I'm working on my ebook, so I'm really excited about that. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!